Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. This is Arzu Kakkar. Welcome to GK Today. Let us have a look over today's important current affairs. Before starting, let me tell you that these questions that we cover every day, they are a part of your daily 20 MCQ series that you can get on GKToday Android application app. There are more than 500 plus questions available every month. Category wise questions are also there, so you can refer to GKToday Android app. Here is your very first question. India recently announced a contribution of 5 million US dollars to the Science and Technology Fund of which block? So four options are given in front of you. The name of four blocks, you can say the organizations. So India recently announced a contribution of how many million dollars? Please do remember 5 million US dollar to which fund? To Science and Technology Fund of which block? So the name of the block is ASEAN. Option B is the correct answer. So this particular fund aims to enhance cooperation in which sector? In public health, renewable energy, smart agriculture. So these are the sectors. So ASEAN, if I talk about an India Science and Technology collaboration, ASEAN India Science and Technology collaboration, it started back in 1996 with an establishment of a group, that is ASEAN India Science and Technology Working Group. India recently announced a contribution of 5 million US dollar to this Science and Technology Fund. Other things I hope that you all know. For those who don't know, please do have a look over the previous sessions, the yesterday one only, where we have covered many things about ASEAN. It's a in the Asian Day, when it is observed on 8th of August, and it is basically, the secretariat is in Indonesia, Jakarta, and many other things. Recently there is an Asian summit in 19th India Asian summit happened, right, when Cambodia, the members of Asian group, 10 members are there, and which the 11th member is recently been allowed to be a part of the Asian one. So there are, and the comprehensive strategic partnership also between India and ASEAN. What are the common goals of India and ASEAN countries about ASEAN, right? So this group, many such things I have covered, and some of them, so I have once again told you here a quick revision. But please do ensure that you always be consistent with these lectures, because every day lecture is interlinked with the previous lectures also, right? So with this, I am moving forward with the next question. When was National Hydrogen Mission launched? When was this mission launched? In which year? So you have four options, and the right answer of this question is 2021. So 2021 is the year when we launched National Hydrogen Mission. I hope that you all know the aim of the mission. Aim of the mission is to produce green hydrogen to 5 million tons. By which year? By 2030. And also making these, you export also. When you will have this much of number of your hydrogen, green hydrogen, so your also aim is to export this clean fuel as well, right? So what is this green hydrogen, this green ammonia? So see, green hydrogen basically is when you are producing hydrogen. Let me tell you, so there is H2O, water, and when you do electrolysis of this, so you are providing electricity, right? So this electricity, if you are giving it in the form of, you can say, a natural gas, you are using natural gas, so then that is not a green hydrogen, that is gray hydrogen, right? You're not taking concern of the climate change. If you're using coal in that electricity, thermal power, you are basically based. So that, what is your source of electricity? If that source, obviously, then also, then it will be of use, no? If I talk about climate change, if I'm a concern about it, so moving to the renewable energy sector, so if I'm using renewable energy as the source of the electricity for electrolysis and giving hydrogen, this hydrogen then becomes, is called as green hydrogen. If you are using like natural gas and these kinds of sources, then the sector, and then it is called as gray hydrogen, right? So taking concern, basically it aims to make India a green hydrogen hub, this national hydrogen mission. And this, see, who are the users of hydrogen ammonia? When I'm talking about green hydrogen, green ammonia, that talks, national hydrogen mission talks about, fertilizer sector, steel sector in India, right? Oil refinery sector. So these all are the sectors that produce green hydrogen for their own use. So they are some of the sectors. Now if I talk about National Hydrogen Mission, I hope that you all are very clear with it. India recently submitted its strategy to UNFCCC at COP27 regarding their low emission development strategy. This is one such, and India also aspires, we all know, that we'll maximize the use of electric vehicles. We are going with ethanol blending, and our target is to reach 20% of ethanol blending by 2025. Clear? Which state has ordered complete ban on public display of weapons and songs glorifying violence? So the name of the state here is, any guesses? So if you are thinking Punjab, then you are right. Option B is the correct answer. Punjab is the state that has ordered a complete ban on the display of weapons or the songs that glorify violence. So this particular step is taken by the Punjab's Aam Aadmi Party government, ordering that there will be a complete ban from now on the public display of weapons and the songs that glorify violence, and not showing off the weapons in the public gatherings, religious places, functions. So these all are the orders that are directed and talks about a complete ban, right? Carrying or showing off the weapons. Which team won T20 World Cup title 2022? 4 options are there. What do you think? England? Correct. Option A is the correct answer. England competed with Pakistan. So Pakistan and England, this match was between Pakistan and England, the finals, and England basically claimed their second T20 World Cup title after a 5-wicket win over the Pakistan. Where was this match? In Melbourne cricket ground, right? Ben Stokes scored unbeaten half century. So you can remember that Ben Stokes is from which team and plays cricket. Also, you have a player, Sam Curran, was named as the player of the match and the player of the tournament also. So this way, if question is asked, sports person Sam Curran is from origin or from which sports, cricket is a sport, right? From England. So these things you have to take care of. Which state is the host of 53rd edition of International Film Festival of India? You have to tell the name of the state that is the host of 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India. The right answer of this question is Goa. Option B is the correct answer. So Goa is the host of this 53rd edition of International Film Festival that will celebrate the joy of cinema from November 20th of November to 28th of November. A total of how many films will compete for this Golden Peacock, coveted Golden Peacock at 53rd edition? Total of 15 films. And which country here is the spotlight country of the event? France, right? Also, please do remember Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award is to be given to Spanish film director Carlos Soro. So please do remember that. And 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow. This is an initiative by the Ministry of Broadcasting and Information. It will also be organized, the second edition of this 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow. Which country launched the In Our Lifetime campaign in the COP27 summit? I hope now you all are very well clear of many things that talk about Conference of Parties 27. It was held in Egypt, right? And the country that launched this campaign is India. Option A. Let us have a look over it. This Lifetime campaign talks about encouraging the youth now between the age of 18 to 23. It is very year. As you're talking about climate change steps we are taking, number of steps we are taking. So now this campaign says ki okay, let us take a step where youth are encouraged to, they will be the message bearers now of a lifestyle that is sustainable lifestyle. Go with the lifestyle, a modern lifestyle as we are going with, but make sure that this is sustainable lifestyle also. So recognizing the youth that they will they will be the message bearers, and this campaign envisions to recognize youth from around the world taking climate action initiatives. And National Museum of Natural History, please do remember, under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and UNDP. They launched this in our lifetime campaign. As you remember, as you know, at the event of COP27, where was it held? In Egypt, Sharm el Sheikh, right? So yeah, you will in this particular campaign, you will involve more number of youth in the conversation about climate change, adaptation, mitigation, providing them a platform they can share their issues, concerns, solutions with the leaders of the world. So you are now encouraging youth to participate from age group of 18 to 23. What is the CPI based retail inflation in India as per the official data? What is the CPI Consumer Price Index based retail inflation in India as per the official data? It is 6.77%. So please do remember this, 6.77%. India's Consumer Price Index based retail inflation, it dropped to 6.77% in October from 7.4% earlier it was. So please do remember. And wholesale price index, it is to 8.39% in October, right? I hope that you all know what consumer price index is. So this is basically keeping, you can say, the perspective of retail buyer. So you are like a retail buyer, right? So this particular CPI calculates the change in the price in the commodities from the perspective of retail buyers. It can be services, commodities, food, education, electronics, medical care, things like that. And there are 4 types of CPI. Please do remember that. So there are 4 types of CPI. CPI for industrial workers, CPI for agriculture laborers, CPI for rural laborers, and CPI rural urban combined. So these 3, right, except this rural urban combined, these 3 are compiled by Labor Bureau, right? Please do remember, Ministry of Labor and Employment. And this rural urban combined, it is compiled by National Statistical Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So these things are very important. You can expect a direct question from here. Okay, Natasa Pirc Musar, who has been elected as the first female president of which country? You can see her picture, and she has been elected as the first female president of Slovenia. Option C is the correct answer. Now let us go to Slovenia. Where is Slovenia? Here is Italy, Adriatic Sea. So here is Czech Republic, Austria, Germany, Poland. There you go, where after Austria it is Slovenia, right? It is Slovenia and it is Slovakia. So please do have a look over these 2 also, right? Here is Hungary. So Adriatic Sea is here, near to which sea, right? Okay, what is the name of the World Diabetes Day 2022? You have 4 options in front of you. What is the name of World Diabetes Day 2022? The name is theme. What is the theme of World Diabetes Day 2022? I'm really sorry. What is the theme? The theme is access to diabetes education. Option A is the correct answer, access to diabetes education. So there are many, we should know the symptoms. See, as per WHO, there are about 8.4 million individuals worldwide with type 1 diabetes in 2021. People should be aware of the symptoms, right? What are the symptoms? Like frequent urination, and you are more thirsty for water, and irritability. So there are many other symptoms. You should basically, one should be aware of all these things. And the aim is also to raise the awareness of the diabetes as a global public health issue, its solutions, how you can prevent it, then how you can manage, proper diagnosis. Every year World Diabetes Day is observed on 14th of November. This year's theme was access to diabetes education. Clear? So it follows the multi-year theme of access to care, but this time it was access to diabetes education. Jhula Bailey Suspension Bridge, which was seen in news, it is located in which state? Jhula Bailey Suspension Bridge is located in state or UT? Jammu and Kashmir. Option C is the right answer. So it is in construction. Here you can see the river that is flowing is Chenab River. So Chenab River is the river, very important. You should understand and you should try to link these things by yourself also. When they are talking about any bridge, first and foremost thing that should come in your mind is where it is, and the second thing is river, right? So this is a newly constructed one and it was in construction, so that is why it was in news. And it is a newly constructed bridge at Jammu and Kashmir's Ramban and was made functional for traffic. It replaced the earlier bridge. The reason was it was declared unsafe. The river is Chenab River. It connects Old Town Ramban with the district administrative complex. So that is why this newly constructed bridge is in news. Moving on, let us come to your revision category here. What is the first question? Read by yourself and tell the answer also, because this is your homework. Moving on. So there are many news related to the groupings, right? So what India, basically, if India was in news with any group and if any group was formed, anything like that, so we'll have a look over it. India announced the establishment of a working group on transnational education. With which country? It is Australia. Who is the head of SEBI expert group of foreign portfolio investors? KV Subramaniam. Which union ministry has set up multi-agency group for investigation of foreign asset cases? The ministry is Ministry of Finance. India hosted BIMSTEC expert group on cyber security cooperation. In which city? It is New Delhi. Just Stop Oil, which was seen in news recently, it is a group of climate activists based in which country? UK. How many countries are the member of partners in the Blue Pacific grouping? 5. Now you will have a look over these 5 countries. Which country was the last to join the BRICS group? South Africa. Right? Which countries are the members of recently? This question will be your homework now. So take it as your first question of that particular slide, and this question also. So both the first questions. Other every question I talk to you and will give the answers. Which Indian chess player won the Norway Chess Group A Open Chess Tournament? Yes, please. R. Pragnanda. Which global group formed a company to build and supply devices that allow small satellites in orbit? Sony. The key accused in Sunjwa terror attack case arrested by the National Investigation Agency belong to which of the following terrorist group? Jaish-e-Mohammed, right? Which group has launched a new initiative to boost the flows of digital FDIs globally along with World Economic Forum? Digital Cooperation Organization. Grenco Group commenced the construction of its renewable energy storage project in which state? It is Andhra Pradesh. Which institution led the group that was developed in India's first 5G test bed? IIT Madras. Which is the first Asian country to join NATO's cyber defense group? So the Asian country that joined NATO's cyber defense group is South Korea. Moving on. Okay, then we have some other questions related to your economics. Education Cannot Wait Fund. It is associated with which organization? United Nations. What is the original corpus of funds for startups launched under Startup India initiative? 10,000 crore. Rupees 10,000 crore. Which organization has announced 14 billion US dollars fund to fight food security crisis in Asia Pacific? Asian Development Bank. International Monetary Fund approved a loan of 2.9 billion US dollar to which country to tackle its economic crisis? Sri Lanka. Moving on. Which Indian economist has been appointed as the Executive Director for India at the International Monetary Fund? K. Subramanian. Which institution announced performance-based fund allocation to states and UTs to strengthen health facilities? It's National Health Authority. Which is the first bank in India to launch a policy to fund industry of lab-grown diamonds? SBI, State Bank of India. Which state topped the country in the utilization of agri funds in the financial year 21-22? It's Andhra Pradesh. And Which body maintains the Depositor Education and Awareness Fund? None other than RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So here you have these 3 questions as your homework and 2 that I have given you. So total of 5 questions, and I expect the answers in the comment section. With this, I, Arzu Kakkad, wish everybody a very, very best of luck. I hope you enjoyed learning as much as I enjoyed teaching you. Thank you everyone for being consistent and for giving the answers also in the comment section. So we'll wait for these answers as well. Thank you. Take care. Have a nice day.